Because of his radical disposition, Turkey was overwhelmingly a Christian country. It was then Anatolia, known as Anatolia, with its capital as in Constantinople. So you see, we keep telling you, Turkey's interest in this whole thing. Of course, the Nigerian situation, what the Islamists want to convert Nigeria to is exactly what happened in Turkey, centuries back. Because Turkey was overwhelmingly a Christian country. It was then Anatolia, known as Anatolia, with its capital as in Constantinople, which is today Istanbul. And they keep hitting the Christians there, just like these Islamists, these jihadists, these Fulani terrorists keep hitting the Christian communities, destroying them, killing and taking over. That was the story of Turkey. That was the story of Turkey. And up to this moment, one of the most beautiful churches in the world, which was in Turkey, Hagia Sophia, has been converted to mosque, but of course the mosaic of Jesus and Mary are still on the wall there, and during prayers they do cover it, So that is a country that has been providing refuge to some of these renowned terrorist enablers. Of course, they are providing refuge to Hamas, we know that. And now Sheikh Gumi has escaped to that after inciting Nigerians so much, after inciting the very vulnerable Muslims, and going around the media houses in Nigeria and twisting the narrative, telling the narrative of an attack on Nigeria by the United States. United States did not say she's coming to attack Nigeria. United States said they are coming to attack the terrorists that have been killing Christians and, of course, moderate Muslims. Because what is happening in Nigeria, in the northwest of Nigeria particularly, is the killing of moderate Muslims, the Hausas, not Fulanis. So the Hausas have been persecuted, but most especially the Hausa Christians. There are a lot of them there. A lot of Nigerians do not know that there are Hausa Christians in Katsina, in Sokoto, in Kano. They've been persecuted for so long. And then the moderate Muslims, who are mostly the Hausas. So Sheikh Gumi has escaped. This is a guy who was radicalized and given the wrong indoctrination in Sudan. Just be afraid of any Nigerian who studied in Sudan. I'm telling you. Just like Lamido Sanusi, as brilliant as he was, he's a radical too. That's the truth. He has the antecedents. He spearheaded the beheading of someone in the 90s, a certain Muslim, for blasphemy in Kano. So all those guys who go to study in Sudan, because Nigerian universities are better than Sudan. So I don't understand why all these guys are going to Sudan. And that is why it was in Sudan that Saudi Arabia arrested him for enabling terrorism, And he was bailed by the government of Jonathan in a diplomatic mission. They had a diplomatic relationship with Saudi Arabia in that regard to enable him, become free. And for a very long time, he did not go to Saudi Arabia until this year. In March this year, he went to Saudi Arabia and he was deported. He thought that they'd forgotten. So he was deported at the airport in Jeddah. So that is in Saudi Arabia, the headquarters of Muslim. Saying, look, we don't like you, some of you guys with very deep records, who are very deeply involved in terrorism. You remember Osama bin Laden, his Saudi Arabian, nationality, of Saudi Arabian nationality and origin. But they exiled him because of his radical disposition. So those were the mentors of Sheikh Gumi. And the media in Nigeria, which to a very great extent has also been complicit, have been giving him room to talk. And the media deliberately stopped some of us from talking. I have a lot of friends in the media. They told us directly that, look, they censored them. They said they shouldn't give some of us the opportunity. So they like giving people who just somehow, just on the mild side, just say, okay, yeah, we are media as a Christian genocide, and they don't go deep. But for many of us, we know it very deeply. So the media cannot give us the space to articulate this position. But they've given so much to Sheikh Gumi. And the guy has started fleeing. It means that something is coming, because they do get their own intelligence report too.
All right, welcome back to my channel. This is a later broadcast. Like I told you, that I will be coming here often. And today's date is this is 8th of January 2026. To some of you, maybe 9 already. You're welcome to my channel. And here, I promise you that I'll be streaming here late hour. To some of you that managed to be here, I really appreciate you. And we have our brother here, Evans Ike. I greet you, Evans Ike. You said good day. Good day to you, Evans Ike. Amadi Chigozie, one of us, our brother. I appreciate your presence. Our own sister Doreen, I greet you. You're welcome. Good evening, Kai Report. Good evening to you, my sister. You're welcome. Money Man is here. Money Man KJ, Kekosade, I greet you. Ototo Mama Azekai, to you now is Ototo. You see, some people are maybe it is maybe 10, 9 p.m. thereabout. To some of you, it's already morning, like 8 a.m., 9 a.m. thereabout. So God is wonderful. You're welcome back. So tonight we are going to talk about what concerns us the most important thing that concerns us, like Igbo as well. Because sometimes we focus on our freedom. We want to be free. We want the freedom to come. We want to live in our own country and all that. But our enemies are not sleeping. They have used all manner of tactics, all the things they have in their minds to penetrate. And some of those things is not hidden anymore. You can bear with me, you can bear me witness that our people have resisted them. Not even our people, our chief, our God, Chukwuka have been doing it for us for free. If not because of our chief, if not because of our God, to be honest with you, sometimes I wonder why are we still talking about saying that like they are coming. We don't have that gigantic IDP camp in our land. Please, if I'm wrong, correct me, because I cannot point one very big IDP camp now, and it's not because our power, is because of God, only God. Because they plan. Imagine when somebody is planning to poison you every blessed, the person looks away to get hold of your own life, and you don't even know that somebody is looking after you. You are just there, and the plan is keep on coming. The plan keep on coming. Imagine that. That is why I said that our God is not sleeping. Our God is not sleeping. So you keep on protecting, preserving our lives. No matter what we do, even though we are not that pure, are we? I don't think we are. We are not pure. But God have a way of safeguarding us. Everything they are planning, because even to the extent that other tribe, people that have conscience, I have seen some video which I played, on our platform some time ago, maybe a couple of days ago, where some of them says that we still have Christian, we still practicing Christian today, or Christianity today, because of Igbo people. People saying that are not actually Igbos. These are people from other nation, other tribe in Nigeria that have conscience, that have some sense in them. Millions of them know, but they don't want to give our people that credit. Like I said, it's not because of anything special. The only thing special that we have is our God. Our God has been doing marvelously well, making sure that shame will not befall us. And in as much as our chi is at work, is alert, that is not sleeping, we also need to do our own basic role, like something that we're supposed to do. We are in a situation. Our concern is just like I'm trying to give a better illustration. Like it's just like when you are, imagine a community without a water. You don't have any stream, no water. All of a sudden, God provide water for you. You then turn around, maybe you go to one location and then find water. Oh, there's a huge stream here, water. There's water. No, that water is drinkable. It's very clean. Do we need to wait for our chief to go and fetch it for us? Like, are we supposed to wait for our chief to go there and take bucket or container and fetch water and pour it on the cup and give it to us and even open our mouth to drink it. No. The water is already there for us to take. It is our duty to approach it, fetch it, and drink whenever we are thirsty. Kingsley SZ, I see you, Kingsley. You are welcome. Greetings to you. He said, good morning, sir, Mr. Kai. Good morning to you, sir. You are welcome, Kingsley. I greet you. What I'm trying to tell us is that it has gotten to a point that we need to start asking ourselves questions. This idea of Islam, Muslim, and Christianity is not. This is not battle between Christian and Muslim. Today we have seen a video of a woman in Yoruba land, a traditionalist, somebody is practicing Yoruba culture, African culture, you may say, who don't believe in Christianity, neither in Islam. They gathered and set her house ablaze. That she must leave the community. You must leave the community for them to occupy your land. This video, I don't want to play it. Maybe when we are broadcasting in the daytime, we may play all this video. But I love the message. Okay? You know what? Let me play it. So that just pay attention. It will help you to set your mind to the message that we will be dishing out in this live broadcast, because I want us to to communicate, just to think deep, I want us to allow our brain to think based on what is going on and try and see if you can provide solution to safeguard your life and your own household. Because some of us, we all don't believe in one thing, right? Some people today believe that if you put a good leader in Nigeria, Nigeria will excel, Nigeria will be very, very good. We build factory, company, But when you ask some people thinking like that, can you tell us how Yemen started and where they are today? They will tell you, forget about Yemen. They don't have Abubakar like we have Abubakar in our own. Maybe Abubakar don't think like Yemen's people, Yemen people. I don't know what they call them. You know what I'm talking about. We are blessed, our land is fertile. If you put cassava now, it will germinate, we dig one small hole, we harvest a lot of crops and all that. Ask them, tell us how Turkey started and where they are today. Tell us how Iran started and where they are today. Do you mind to discuss how Syria, how they started and where they are today? I'm not saying you should just read small summary of their life. Just go and check. Afghanistan. All these countries that I'm mentioning to you. If I look at the sanction America gave now, anytime they want to mention, there's a difference between third world country. I think Nigeria is below third world country. All these countries that are Yemen, all these deadly places, they are below third world country. It's an insult to include Ghana, South Africa in the third world country. It's an insult to them because they are ahead of other people. They should bring another level. They are no longer the same, no longer in the same league. But everybody want to remind you, no, don't worry. That's a video of that Fulani woman. When I listen to some of these people, those northerners, I swear down. I sometimes I question God, why must I come from this part of the world? I love Igbo people, I love my race, but where we are, finding myself in the midst of this kind of people that think backward, very, very clear. Imagine somebody in this 21st century arguing that why must you not accept Sharia law? That Sharia law is good. If you say that it's not good, how come Igbo people, listen, how come Igbo people are applying for visa to go to Qatar and work as maybe a nurse or a doctor? Why must they go there? If they say that they don't like Islam, but they're looking for visa to go there. There's a difference between I am here working and I earn my money and go, and I am here to live, to live all my life and give my children my lineage here. They are not the same. You are not going to Turkey or Qatar to contest for an election. You are not going there as a citizen. You are just going there temporarily. After you stay, you go. But she was making it look like if you can go there, that means why don't you replicate what is going on there with, here, as if they are the same. They're not the same. They are not the same. Anyway, please pardon me. Permit me to play this. Eze Harriman. Eze Harriman, I see you. He said, greeting, Mazakai, greeting. I hope I pronounce your name well. Is it Raymond? Because everything is one word. Eze Raymond. Is it? They are all in one word. So I'm trying to separate the alphabet to know the name that I can form, that the alphabet can form. I believe it's Raymond. You're welcome, my brother.
Just like the period that United States wanted to destroy the Boko Haram guys in Borno, and Nigerian army alerted them, and they were all put in gas mask. So Shegumi got his own intelligence maybe, and he wanted to escape, but not before he has radicalized a lot of people. Another thing that came up during the weekend is that protest by the Islamic group, the Sheikh Zakzaki group in Nigeria, condemning Israel, burning burning American flag, saying death to America and death to Israel and death to Donald Trump. And one thing that caught my attention is the fact that out of that gathering, more than 50% of that gathering is made up of minors, children below the ages of 18, 17. Many of them were below the age of 15.
That's what
you could see how these guys radicalize kids.
They don't joke with the minors.
At that age, you are bringing kids on protest to protest against America, to be burning flags and to be shouting and to be screaming, "Death to America!" You see the kind of indoctrination they give these guys at that age. So just imagine when this guy grow up, how he will be looking at me, a Christian, or America, or Israel, how he will consider all these nations. It's quite unfortunate. It's quite unfortunate what is happening, and they don't seem to care at all. They don't seem to care, but we care, and we care for their children. We want their children to be better, to know that we are not enemies but friends, and even though we have different religion, passion should always connect us, and humanity should always prevail.
You see, in my own belief, I don't promote violence, but just hear me out. I am a kind of person that believe that when somebody hates you to that extent, hate you with everything, the extent that they can buy. Please, I'm not speaking from religious angle now. I'm just telling you my own as a human being. I don't believe you should reply them with love. No. I believe that hatred get level. Like if you hate somebody to the extent that you can eliminate, you can execute, that person should not reply you with love. The moment you begin to come with love, that person see that as a kind of you are now a subject. So then you need to show them some measure of strength that will reset their psyche, the way they think, the way they see you. The moment you begin to, somebody is sharpening their knife to cut you into pieces, you are cooking food to serve the person and massage and romance. The person sees that, will see that automatically as that is kind of you have submitted to their will, and you live into their mercy. Fine, I greet you. You're welcome. Good morning, sir. He says, good morning to you, sir. You're welcome. You're welcome. So you don't need to give that chance at all. If at all you still want to live. That is why they said, if you want peace, prepare for war. People that say that they don't miss word, and I believe that so much. You see, like what is our brother saying here? We actually care for our children. You can care if there's need, but if there's no need, you caring, they see that as act of submission. You have submitted to their will. You have submitted to their request. You are no longer what you're supposed to be. Before you realize it, they will run you over. Before you realize it, they will run you over. If you don't pay close attention to how they operate, you will never ever know how to engage it. You may think it's a temporal something. These people, the way they wire themselves, because no, I don't think God wired them like that. The way they have made themselves to be, and they have impacted that knowledge and that lifestyle to their offspring. In fact, what we're actually dealing with now is not the people that started it. You are dealing with people that got this kind of lifestyle from their parents and their grandparents, meaning that the whole thing has been indoctrinated in their body, in their system. It's just for them to open it and dish it out. It is there, it is there. That's why they can take 100 years, pretend that all is well with you, why they will systematically conquer you, and still reminding you that this is one entity, we are one, we are brothers, we are brothers. No, we are brothers. No. It's Allah. It's Allah.
Finally, what happened over the weekend again was in Nasarawa State, and today, Monday, it happened in Duduguru. You know, Fulanis came and killed people in Serkin Noma. Serkin Noma is like 20 kilometers away from my village, Irota. The second village in Nasarawa State after Kadorko. If you're coming from Makodi, you pass the Irota. Irota is the last village in Benue before you hit Plateau State. And Kadorko is the first, or Gidasule is the first village, but it's quite a very small village, then Kadorko. So from Kadorko to Serkin Noma is just barely 5 kilometers. 5 kilometers. That's after the village of my father's mother, my grandmother. My grandmother is from Che Atuma. That's a village between Kadorko and Serkin Noma. You know, so in Serkin Noma they killed about 2 to 3 people and injured others and abducted the Fulani terrorists. And today, that's on Monday, 10th of November, they killed 4 people in Duduguru. Duduguru is slightly after Agaragu in Nasarawa State. That is a place that is hosting the Catholic Church, the Catholic community, the Catholic Girls Secondary School, St. Kizito Secondary School, Girls Secondary School. So they killed a Reverend Father, a Catholic Reverend Father, and 2 other people, and abducted others, these Fulani terrorists. In all these villages, I have friends, I schooled in Government College Kefi. Most of my schools was in my primary school. My class 5 and 6 was in Away Central after I left Jos, in Away Central, Away, and then Government College Kefi and IJMB in SPS Kefi. So I have friends all in all these villages. They are the ones who keep alerting me of many of the attacks in Benue State, because these people do converge in their own communities to take off. Like in Giza community, when they converge to attack Irota, they converge and prayed for about 1 hour, prayed to go and kill my own people, But we keep telling because the Muslims in Nasarawa are more.
Ifayo Koye, I greet you. I think this is my first time. This is your first comment, right? I see you. Ndewo Mazaka, Ndewo, you're welcome. So my people, we need to calculate all these things very, very carefully. Otherwise, you will live at their mercy. Let's go back to the main issue. Although the video is almost at end, let me play to the end. Okay? Because he's part of, he's speaking out of experience. A Benue guy. He's from Benue. And there's something he said at the beginning, Abashi Gumi, which I will somehow touch lightly a little bit. But before
moderate Muslims. And that is why most of the families in Nasarawa are made of Muslim and Christians in the same family, because they are moderate. So if Islam could be practiced that way, there will be peace everywhere. So many of the Muslims in Nasarawa State are moderate Muslims, especially in the southern part of Nasarawa and the middle part of Nasarawa, that's Nasarawa, Igon, Akwanga. But you see, right from the administration of Tanko Al-Makura to this jihadist enabler called A.A. Sule, who is claiming he's clean and is even suing in court Professor Gundu, for defamation because they call him terrorist enabler. He is. Right from their administration, they gave a lot of these lands to Fulanis, the terrorists, with the support of the locals, because the locals just, I don't know from where it started, just started just hating tea people, indigenous tea people. A lot of the tea people were there before them. But so they preferred the Fulani. They thought that they are fighting, they made tea to become like the Jews, fighting the tea people. And so they hosted the Fulanis in their community. The Fulanis have started going against them now. So that is exactly the story that is happening in Nasarawa State.
Please pay close attention. If you are an Igbo person of Biafra or you are from South, so-called South, this message, because I'm the kind of person that love to hear from people that are dead before me. Even if I don't have access to hear it from you directly, I will look for your write-up and try to read it, or your video, I will try to watch it. This guy is from Benue. So they have lived with the Fulani. They have tried to coexist with them. Okay? Maybe the one that the Fulani people went through is confusing you. This one is the recent one from Benue people. Let's go back a bit.
Of the locals, because the locals just, I don't know from where it started, just started just hating tea people, indigenous tea people. A lot of the tea people were there before them. But so they preferred the Fulani. They thought that they are fighting, they made tea to become like the Jews, fighting the tea people. And so they hosted the Fulanis in their community. The Fulanis have started going against them now. So that is exactly the story that is happening in Nasarawa State. From Agaragu to Akaleku to Duduguru to Akanga to Kadorko to Giza to Kiana. Many of these communities have been ravaged in recent times by the Fulani terrorists, that they did not learn their lessons from the Hausa communities who hosted Odman Danfodio. And he got to, the Hausas were practicing Islam before Danfodio. But Danfodio brought a violent form of Islam. And he ravaged the whole of Hausa land. And then his ally, Alimi, went to Ilori as a visitor to Afonja.
Kwara State.
The Yoruba Afonja, the rulers of Ilorin, the owners of Ilorin, the Yorubas. They hosted this guy in good faith, the Alimi. When he settled a bit, he went around to bring his Fulani guys who took over this, set up a jihad in Ilorin, took over Ilorin, and today the emirate of Ilorin belongs to the Fulani. Meanwhile, it's a Yoruba town.
Like I said, it is always good for you to pay close attention so that you understand the problem. All right? Now, he is from Benue State. He's telling you the experience of those that have hosted them coexist. They will come with religion. That this is a peaceful religion. As if they themselves care for Allah. They don't care for Allah. It is agenda for their own selfish interests, to conquer your territory, to take over your territory and claim it. Before you know it, before you know it, it will be too late for you.
So that is exactly what happened in Turkey.
Not only Turkey, Lebanon, all these countries, most of them, they use this sword. They are not hiding it. Imagine a country like Nigeria today, that Iswap, Sokoto Caliphate, they are the leader of Muslims in Nigeria. All these ones are subjected to them. Even though in the south, they will pretend that they are not, but they do. They do. Because if Queen of England or King of England come to Nigeria now, he will go and pay homage to Sultan. Nigerian president pay homage to Sultan. Then who are you ranting in the south that you are a Muslim? Your guy is in the Caliphate, Sokoto Caliphate. Then in his army, his militia in Sokoto, will be telling you that you have to convert to Islam or they will take your life. Then you now see the Muslim in the south telling you, no, these are bad people. Don't say we are all Muslim. They are all the same. Go now about anything in Islam. And on the south now, how to that we are peaceful. If you are peaceful, how come your Oga Just like if you're Catholic, bishop, let's say, pope or bishop of the cathedral or the diocese is telling you that I will put my eyes in your, I'll put my finger in your eyes if you dare do this or do that. Ordinary parishioner will be telling you, no, don't mind bishop, I'm not like him, or bishop is on use, I am my own, but you are under his leadership. Whose decision should you take? Anybody from the south. And I will center my conversation tonight on Asaro Dokobo, because his voice, he's just like a Shekau of southern part of Nigeria. Shekau of, you know, when you hear about what is the name of these commanders of terrorists and bandits in the north? Asaro Dokobo is the one commanding a flave from southern part. Okay, he's the one, but he will pretend that he's in my family. I have a Muslim, I have a Christian. We coexist, we live together. We coexist, we live together. Through him, the main army, my father called the father. Through him, they will penetrate. That is why when you hear this agenda of Igbo Muslim, you know Igbo Muslim, this and that. According to reports, some of them claiming to be Igbo Muslim now, they are receiving some incentive. You know what I mean by incentive? Like, I do know this even from 10 years ago. There's a man I know in Eastern part. His job is to sell cow meat. Okay, he's into, you know, beef business, cow business, not selling just to butcher cow and sell cow meat in the market and all that. People call them abattoir, right? That is his job. He converted to Islam. He said that he's not a Muslim. You know why? Because there's incentive. When he want to buy cow, they will sell that cow cheap to him. There's gain. Meaning that once you remove that, he's no longer a Muslim. You get the point now? Now, what Fulani do is this. Once they have somebody like that, they will hold that person firm. They know that you're not practicing it very well. They know that you are not practicing Islam very well. They won't bother you until they use you to invite their brothers to settle. In the midst of settle, they are giving birth. They don't care to learn your language. They did it to Hausa people. When they conquered Hausa, they did not introduce force their own language to them. No, they actually adapt to Hausa language. But Hausa could not adapt to their Fulfulde. So that is exactly what they're going to do now. Some of them are not speaking Igbo and Yoruba. Now, you that understand this template, what will you do? Your number one enemy among all of them, all these things going on now, is those who claim to be Igbo. Like truly your town man or village person that is pretending, maybe taking incentive or any gain at all, hiding behind the scene that he's a Muslim and all that. At the same time, they're using him to penetrate you, to dominate you, to conquer you. He is your number one enemy, not even the Muslim from the north. Because without him, I am speaking from the angle of Igbo, okay? Just a moment.
Problem. Muslims living with Hindus. Problem. Muslims living with Baha'is. Problem. Muslims living with Shintos. Problem. Muslims living with Buddhists. Problem. Muslims living with Christians. Problem. Muslims living with Muslims. Very big problem. So this led to, they're not happy in Gaza. They're not happy in Egypt. They're not happy in Libya. They're not happy in Iran. They're not happy in Iraq. They're not happy in Yemen. They're not happy in Pakistan. They're not happy in Syria. They're not happy in Lebanon. They're not happy in Nigeria. They're not happy in Kenya. They're not happy in Sudan. They're not happy in Morocco. And they're not happy in Afghanistan. So where are they happy? They're happy in Australia. They're happy in Belgium. They're happy in France. They're happy in Holland. They're happy in Italy. They're happy in Germany. They're happy in Spain. They're happy in Sweden. They're happy in Denmark. They're happy in the USA and Canada. They're happy in Norway and India. They're very happy in England. Loads of welfare benefits. They're happy in almost every country that is not Islamic. And who do they blame? Not Islam. Not their leadership. Not themselves. They blame the countries they are happy in. And they want to change the countries they're happy in to be like the countries they came from, where they...
Okay, let's do this way.
They were not happy.
I'm going to put my link in case anybody want to comment. So because I don't have time for calling section. This is later. People want to sleep. If you want to comment, maybe you want to add anything, one or two things, you can join. You can join me anytime you feel like. Now let's continue. So the idea, the video I just played to you now, I believe is self-explanatory. They will tell you that American is this, American is that. Okay? The same people will now run for refugee to another country. They will run to another region because there's a crisis somewhere. They created it to once you welcome them, they now want to convert where that place they're seeking for refuge to become like where they are running away from. Telling you that you have to convert it like this, very crazy stuff. Do I hate
Problem.
do I hate them like I hate Islam or Muslim people person? No. But do I want to live like them? No. They are two different things. Okay? Because I know some people will say, "Oh, but you want to be like them." No, I'm not. I don't hate them. Madam Ochu is here with us. Greeting to you. Greeting to you. Welcome.
Okay. Good evening.
Good evening to you, man. You're welcome.
How are you and your family? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. It has been long. I thought you traveled.
No, I did. Beginning of the year, in fact, ending of the year, beginning of the year, it's all kitty, kata, kata.
Yeah, I understand. I understand.
People back
like
home. Yeah, people back home, everybody trying to have fun and enjoy.
Exactly.
So, yes. And we thank God for the wonderful holidays, back home. No complications or complaints. It was just good. It was good.
Are you still back home?
No, I'm not back home, but my family, they left all of them are, from one city or the other. They all travel to the village, and it was super. We're constantly with them on the WhatsApp video and all those stuff. So, and then we also have to make sure that they are all okay there. You know how it works.
I understand.
You make the money in abroad, and then they chop it for you at home. So, and this thing this guy said, I thank God. I really thank God for Simon Ekpa, the PM.
Yeah.
I thank God for Mazen Nandakano that
Exactly.
the eyes of everybody, not just Nigeria, West Africa, the world. With his preaching brought the PM, Simon Ekpa. And then Simon Ekpa put it into action, more action. You remember, the former governor of Enugu State, all those governors at that time, Remember, they were taking the land, especially that of Enugu that time. There was a lot, and the Omahi side too. There was a lot of problem on that side about taking the land that belongs to people by force. Even they even killed some people, in order to allocate lands to these Fulanis. Most of them, the PM will interfere. And that's what I can't keep thanking that guy, God that brought him to us. Otherwise, so many, maybe I don't know what we'll be talking about by now. Because the governors, the Senate, all of them were all fear of the PM. When they want to take land and the people cry, and the PM make a speech or talk, please, I'm giving you people 24 hours. They respond quick. I don't know what would have been. These governors, they would have by now, allocated all the land to these people. And it would have been like a whistle and everybody will be conquered immediately.
But unfortunately, that thing that PM, was preventing is now, in full action. They are not doing that secretly. They're no longer bringing it in public. Like you will not hear them pronouncing it to your hearing. They are doing that secretly because they know that the backlash is not here. You understand?
Yes.
So those things that like what you said is true. I'm not saying that what you're saying is not, that the PM did not do that, but very sad to say that thing that PM prevented them from doing those things. They are not there because there's no the gate and the door is very, very open for them now. They are doing it as we speak. Do you understand? And that is the reason why I decided to run this program, and maybe we may have even part 2 and part 3 of this video, because our people need to ask themselves, we need to ask ourselves questions. Many of us have not concluded, we have not concluded on what we actually want. Some of us are just, somehow stagnant, thinking that, do you know that even as we speak, some people believe and trust are still in the hands of governors. Some people believe that the governors is the only hope.
and that's why something happened. They start calling the governor of our state, the governor. I'm like, are they, from what planet are these people from? The people that actually killing you are the people that you're calling to help you. How are they going to help you?
They don't know. Some of them don't know. Genuinely, they don't know.
Yes, this electricity and the way internet is hard for people to purchase is the primary cause of this whole thing, that people are not.
That is why they made it so, because
they make life difficult so that you cannot.
Thank you.
You will compete with them. Yes, exactly. They purposely doing it. They want to keep them that place so they can do whatever they're doing.
Exactly.
You understand? So it's like in Anambra now. Is it that the others say they say this is where is housing some people there, but you got for. I mean, sometimes Dr. Ngozi said this. Doctor, I feel so angry. Those people that are there, what would you do? What can you do? What is your part? She is diplomatically following this thing, bomber to bomber. You there, what is your part? What are you doing? Your land is taken, you collected money. It's like what the Yorubas are crying now. The Igbo, we took over all their land. You sold your land. You collected the money. You ate the money. And now you're coming back that somebody took your land. From where? And that's what is called. That's what is happening now. You take that money, you sold. I just thank God in my own area, we don't see anything like that. And they will not back. They cannot enter our own area. where I come from. No, there's no sign of them on that side.
There's no sign of them in your area. The same thing applicable to my own area, but is that a guarantee? Is that a guarantee?
It's not. No, it's not. But what we're saying is people need to start guiding their place. If everybody
let us mention names a little bit. We all watched a video of Nyawodo when he said that if you want to bring that, he will turn a sabo to protect flag.
Yes.
So is it exactly. You see the reason why when you talk about Muslim in Enugu, you talk about Nsukka. Okay. There's also one from Nsukka who is also a media person, independent media as well. And I don't want to pick on him, but the way what I'm hearing about him as well, it shows that I don't know if it's in DNA or something like that, because something must be wrong about people, some of the people from that area. You want to give your land for Fulani to do
that area is already mixed up. Nsukka is mixed up with these people already. So some of these people you see doing this, I'm sure they are mixed blood.
Nsukka people are just so they will hit. That's why they will hit. When we talk about the Enugu or Go, okay, Nsukka and probably Ezeagu, their only job that they are not. They need help, not because they love to stay. Do you understand? I believe they need help. But you see, a place like Nike, Nkano, in Enugu State, are not actually those places somehow they are not vulnerable to Fulani to compare other places. But when your house is protected and your neighbor house is vulnerable, your house is also vulnerable.
You are still in danger. Yes.
Yeah.
You're still in danger.
So that's my fear. So now the question is, what can we do? Because I noticed that many of us have not even made up our mind on what to do. Some of us are still believing that once if you elect a good governor, that governor will be like a shield to you. That is a lie. And some of us believe that Fulani, they are not actually bad like you think. That is because of misunderstanding. That is another lie from pit of hell.
No, that's from the pit of hell.
And another thing is this: the tactics they are using now is very, very dangerous. And I think this is their final way, so like their final attempt.
It is. Yes, it is.
Because this idea of bringing, because they have tried all they can to recruit our people in numbers to become a Muslim. That one is not selling very well.
Selling very well. Yes.
It's not selling. So what they're doing now is to look for those other tribes that can speak Igbo and bring them, brand them as if they are Igbo person to come on social media to carry out. But because I challenge any of them that say that you are Igbo Muslim, go to your Igwe, make a video with your Igwe, say that you're a Muslim, and this is your village where you come from. This is your clan. This is your family. Just give your information, not for someone to come and buy you. We just want to know who you are, because it is not clear. It is not clear to us that many of them ranting on social media are nothing. They are nothing like this. You see this girl you are seeing on the screen now. I want you to hear. Let's just use her as an example. Hear what she said. Listen. Now, Madam Otrigo, please. I'm not trying to put you into test, but I want you to tell me what you observe from this video. Did you hear what she said? Okay, I think Madam Otrigo is engaged. Now, to some of you that I wish that other people are here. So because I would have loved to hear your own take after listening to what this girl said here. Then tell me what you observe from her, because this thing is just a very good way to understand what we are talking about. Her Igbo language is laughable. Like, let me play it again. If you understand Igbo very well, hear what she said. And she's presenting herself as an Igbo Muslim. Look at the right over here. This is from Citizen Observer, another faceless guy. I'm not a fan of him. He said, from her accent alone, do you still need anyone to tell you that she is not Igbo, let alone an Igbo Muslim? Igala children. I don't know what you mean by that, but Igala children from Kogi who lives in Nsukka and Onitsha, speaking Igbo in the same way that Igbo children lives in Ogun State, speak Yoruba. Common sense. Even her Igbo is shocking. Just hear what she said again. Sorry. She said, "Umuoke n'ime." Instead of umuoke ndi. Negative. Umuoke n'ime market Onitsha. Unu nezuzu ezuzu. Unu hapụ m aka. Aka mbụ nwaazị. Ọ chọrọ isi gị aka mbụ ụmụazị. Ọ sị gị aka bụ maazị. Na again.
Unu hapụ m aka,
aka bụ maazị. Fake people. Fake. Listen. Aka bụ nwatakịrị. Aka mbụ nwatakịrị.
Onye ka ọsụnụ Igbo ka ya wụkọ ọsụnụ ya wụkwala anyị. Onye inyo. Echi ọpụta kịta ọsị Igbo Fulani ka ọsụnụ Igbo Muslim. Nene ọka bụ nwaazị.
I thought you
I know the store, you know. I have this liquor store, so I'm just attending to a customer.
It's so bad, these people can be. I'm strong. I greet you. Akabo what again? Choko onye record that was a careful. See them. That's why I said, show us your Igwe of your village. Tell us your name of your own monna, your own kindred. Let us hear from you. Ndoshi. You see them now. Now, not only this one, but so many of them. Somebody said Igbo Muslim from Adamawa State. Now condemn all you go better to anoint them. That is what Fulani actually they enjoying that. Now, this is another gathering of them. Okay, and this one is interesting. I hope this is one of us. But let me see. There's nothing else as those they celebrate. We say this was the recent Igbo Muslim National Summit in Enugu. They what is this one? They imagine. So that they go say the Lulu or Dalon, what's a leader? Okay, I can't speak Hausa language. So this is the so-called Igbo Muslim. Now, this man here is also an Igbo man, isn't it? This man When kind of back and Igbo Muslim. And they get have just paid agent. Some of them are not even Igbo at all. A Ghana Muslim are flooding themselves in Enugu State with a flavor from June and Soka. Anyway, in Soka, I don't know. Though the Soka people, I don't know, because when you talk of people that are kind of strong when it comes to warrior, I respect Soka on that. That's the way you have one man squad. Even when you jam on Soka Mapo, Soka Nonami, fan are very, very tough. Very, very, because had the good na traditional medicine, and then I go touch and fall and disappear. They had the good and they are very, very well. So bringing Fulani to your land is something like one of the worst mistakes you would do. If they come and listen, I'm not against you, Fulani from the north, Muslim in the north, that are doing their business in the east from having their prayer church mosques. I'm not against it. But the moment you begin to say that you're indigenous Igbo person, that you're Muslim in our land, in our midst, no. Because why am I afraid of it, or why do I hate it? Because I know that your presence will attract terrorism. It will attract terrorism because you will start hearing one strong commander from Nsukka who is threatening all that Igbo people that if you don't convert, you in Nsukka you must. That is where the whole thing is going. They have been working, trying all they can. They can't do it from outside. Now they want to use our people to do it. And they're struggling to gather numbers of people that will make it look like the thing is real. That is why they're now using people. Picking, even some of them are Yoruba in the so-called summit. In the so-called summit. Governor of Enugu State are handicapped. That is not the fact. Governor of Igbo is handicapped. But that one, why is Enugu State is not in front line? Because the moment he come from his political party to APC, that is the end of it. Imo State is the same thing. Enugu State is in for a long journey. And it will circulate to other states. Dave Omai started it in Ebonyi State. And look at how the whole thing has been. To the extent that the man is saying that he's not even a Biafra. Very laughable. I don't know where they picked this white woman. Europeans always, or they're always ready to push evil. What is this woman's agenda? For you to know why can't she convert? She will not. But as long as all this just convert and come, as long as at the end of the day, my money, my oil, and everything is for my nation. They don't care. Look at him, so-called Igbo Muslim. You understand? I don't know where they pick them. Some of them, I don't know if some of them believe that maybe they believe that they're shooting movie. You know, come and act and I'll pay you 30,000 naira once, for 1 hour. Just shoot the movie.
This case I'm on there. Most of them will come on and they might even be Hausa self, not even the Fulani. Might even the Hausa Muslims self.
Some of them are Yoruba.
Yeah, some of them self Yoruba too. Yes, that are Muslim.
The one I see on the screen now is Yoruba. Her face has been everywhere. Look at it. She claimed that she's look at it. I am Igbo. I am a Muslim. Both are valid. She claimed though, not until people now dig deep to look for her. Look at the platform here. This one. You look at the Yoruba blood. You see it here? This lady. Look at the
Yoruba blood.
So this is who they are. Now you come here. Look at her. The same name, the same picture. You see? I am Miss Sarah. I am Igbo. I am Muslim. I am Islam. Islam is ready to stay in Igbo. Look at how she spelled Igbo.
Look at how she spelled Igbo land.
So where are my fellow Igbo Muslims?
Ndị be anyị na-ada iberibe, I dey tell you. Our people na-ada iberibe.
They got the platform
They
here
like,
again.
they like to fool themselves for something serious. Something serious.
Look at the woman. Look at the Ofeman again. My name is Ayo from Oyo State, Yoruba Reno. Oh my goodness! And people have exposed her though. She is no longer hiding. Everything about her is on social media. I want us to hear what this lady said here. The Igbo Muslim agenda. Sure, it's about agenda. That is the agenda. Just to push.
But my dear brothers and sisters in Islam, what is the present reality of Igbo Muslim in Nigeria? We are Muslims are in minority. Present reality.
And this is something new, Igbo Muslim. This is something new. I know to be Igbo Muslim.
Oh, it's not in existence, man. It's not in existence.
Persecution, minority rights. It sounds so innocent. Doesn't it sound like a cry for help? But do not be deceived. This is not a religion you entertain or treat with a kid's glove. What you just watch is the first step of a very religious ladder. They want us to focus on the word minority. They beg for tolerance today because their number is very small. But there is an agenda because the history and the reality of Nigeria shows us what happened when the minority becomes a majority. When they are few, they ask for equal rights, but when they are majority, they stop asking for rights and start imposing laws. Look at the north. Look at states like Zamfara. It all started with, let us practice our religion. Then it moved to Sharia law for civil matters. From there, it moved to criminal matters. And now, they have a system where the constitution is pushed. And where is the next act?
Minorities.
Minority rights. It sounds so innocent. Doesn't it sound like a cry for help? But do not be deceived. This is not a religion you entertain or treat with a kid's glove. What you just watch is the first step of a very religious ladder. They want us to focus on the word minority. They beg for tolerance today because their number is very small. But there is an agenda because the history and the reality of Nigeria shows us what happened when the minority becomes a majority. When they are few, they ask for equal rights, but when they are majority, they stop asking for rights and start imposing laws. Look at the north. Look at states like Zamfara. It all started with, let us practice our religion. Then it moved to Sharia law for civil matters. From there, it moved to criminal matters. And now, they have a system where the constitution is pushed aside for religious law. Don't think it cannot happen to us here. If we entertain this narrative now, we are opening the door for a future where our customs are overridden and our freedom is negotiated away. We cannot afford to be this naive. And even now, to sell this agenda, they have to know who are these so-called victims. We have seen the reports. Most of these claiming to be persecuted Igbo Muslims have been exposed as an outsiders. Many from Igala and other middle belt groups paid to wear the mask of Abu Mwafi. We saw the viral post of the Igbo Muslim woman that was crying for help, and she's been exposed as an
See the one that I just showed you.
important actors because they cannot find enough genuine evidence among us. Why? Because historically, Igbos are united by culture, not divided by religion. And it's a very dangerous tool to give an Igbo person because we are conservative in nature. Why should we be scared as an Igbo person? Because we have seen this movie before and it ended in blood. Think about how Boko Haram started in the north. It didn't start with bombs. It started exactly like this. Innocent looking videos where sheikhs are preaching victimhood. Imams are telling young boys that they hate you because of your faith. You are special and you need to defend yourself. That victimhood has been morphed into radicalization. Then there comes the recruitment. Then the terrorism that have claimed the lives of thousands of people. Imam Raji is using the same playbook on our soil. It is trying to create the us versus them mentality in a homogeneous society. If we let this slide, we are looking at a homegrown extremism in the Southeast. Not in 10 years, but very soon, you will start seeing Islamic terrorists in Igbo land, and they will justify this terrorism with this Igbo Muslim agendas that is trending now as a reason of them fighting back. Let's be honest, this isn't about faith. This is about funding. It is a business model. We can see the patterns. We see the so-called Igbo Muslims with cheaper cash lines in your bios, quoting Quranic verses to beg money. It is a hustle. We remember the politics of conversion, when the governors would publicly gift millions to an Igbo Christians simply for converting to Islam. It creates financial incentive to sell our identity. We know foreign money from Saudi Arabia has historically flown into Nigeria to push the ultra-conservative ideologies. It happened in the north, it happened in the west, and now they want to open the town. In the east, they want to open up the madrasas and the centers to teach ideologies that are aliens to our land. But the biggest threat is 2027. Think about it. Who actually will benefit if the Southeast catches fire right now? Who benefits if we are painted as religious bigots and unsafe? This is a calculated move to sabotage P2B's presidential ambition. If they can frame the Southeast as a hotbed for sexual violence, that will undermine its credibility as a unifier. They want to force a federal crackdown, militarize our region, and distract us from economic development. They want to turn Igbo land into a battleground. And don't forget the dreams of Usman Danfodio, where he said that hell will not rest until they dip the Quran in the Atlantic Ocean. And how are they achieving this? You can see now they have Hausa Fulani, they have Yoruba Fulani. And where is the next agenda? Is to have Igbo Fulani. And after Igbo Fulani, what else? Is the Niger Delta. So the dreams of dipping this Quran in the Atlantic Ocean is getting nearer. If we don't stand up now and rectify this ideology that is invading our land, and to our Eastern governors, this is a wake-up call. Stop playing politics with our lives. We need a proactive measures right now. Monitor the gatherings, not to persecute anyone, but to ensure that radical ideologies preached by imported clerics do not take root here. Enforce an anti-hate speech law.
Sorry about it. I'm trying to adjust it, but you see the problem about problem I have with some of our people. The lady, she understands that this is a dangerous move, right? She understands everything, but look at when you get to the point for her to suggest something like what we must do to avoid this problem, to avoid this threat. She still believes in P2B's presidential ambition, and the governor should be proactive in protecting border. How? Your 80% of your governor, okay? Fine, let me know the 2/3 of your governors. If you divide them into three, two. If you divide the governor of the East into three, 2 out of that 3 did not win election. They handed over the governorship result to them just to perpetrate this agenda. You hear them talking about second tenor. For them to achieve it, they must bow to Sokoto. You may not see them going there to bow physically. They bow through the president, whoever may be the president. Do anything you want to do in this land, P2P will not win the election. That is number 1. Number 2, whatever you think you have now, whatever you think that you have now, you want to protect what? You understood the fact that these people, the agenda is very clear. History should have let you know that you cannot just repeat the same thing again, because people have tried it in the past and they failed woefully. You trying to go back through that thing again, and it doesn't show that you are smart, because what it means is that you fail to learn from what happened to other people. You understand that The template is to conquer. They will penetrate you, lure you to their wish, play victim card, cry out because their numbers and they don't have the number now. Even though they're now bringing other people trying to amplify on social media, there's Igbo Muslim. On ground, there's something like that. Even if you have one or two people present themselves in Igbo land and to become a Muslim, there's no way they will overpower other people. In any good state, they're not demanding to become deputy governor. In case if you're not aware, the same governor you are calling on to do something. Muslim in any good state, because from north, after Nsukka, you are already in the Benue. You get the point. Nsukka and Benue share border. So after from Enugu town, from Anambra down to Oji River, after Oji River you enter Enugu State, right? When you focus on Nsukka, if you want to go through Nsukka road, want to follow 90 miles to Nsukka, it will be as if you are going outside Enugu land to hit Nsukka. Then from Obolafo, just few miles away, you are already in the Benue State. Then Benue State and the Nasarawa border as well. See, I think Benue State and yeah, that's my code, right? No. Benue State. I think there's another state. I've forgotten the Nigerian map to be honest with you. But I know that the Enugu State and Benue share border. Then Fulani, they are already in Benue. You know that. So to come to Nsukka is very, very easy. The official place you will enter if you are coming from north to Enugu State is Nsukka. Now they claim that they have 30%, that they make up 30% of Enugu State. Imagine that. Therefore, they want to be deputy governor of Enugu State. In the same country that you, Igbos that make how many population of Lagos State, was not allowed to even vote. The Oba came out and said they're going to throw you to Lagoon. If, not even that you are contested, but if you don't vote to the people of their choice in the same country, and you are nothing in mind that everything will be okay, there's no need to question anything because it's one Nigeria. But what works for other people here is prohibited in the other side. Enugu State, you are demanding for you want to be a deputy governor. Now, in the same Enugu, you have a town called Ihamufu of Enugu State. Now in Ihamufu, people have run, I think more than 4 years now, if I'm not mistaken, about Ihamufu. They have sent these people to IDP camp. One guy went there to make a video, one guy from Anambra State. He managed to penetrate. I don't know how he managed to do that. He was there in Ihamufu making video. If you see, even their village market, like their village square, everything has turned to, bush. If you see that place, you won't believe that people used to live there, let alone transacting in that part of the world. Why? Because of Fulani. In the same Enugu State, have recorded not less than three different occasions where Fulani block major roads just to kidnap. Just like Madam Ojugo said here, that if not for PM, Enugu State would have been deserted. Would have been deserted before now, but now that PM is not here, the governor and everybody, they are, have to understand. That's the trending news in Nigeria. Even as a governor, if you want to do something differently, their colleague will call you and say, oh boy, even I say, 1 second, then no. That's how I do my own, or do your own like this, at the detriment of the innocent people that will later pay with their price. Have you seen any both current and past governor? Have you seen in any of this news of kidnapping and buying people that their children or their relatives are one of the victims? You can't hear that because they don't live, they don't school where your own children are schooling. I ask this question again. What must we do? Because for you to make up your mind on what you need to do, it's only when you understand the problem that you can now look for a better solution to tackle it. Even though sometimes some of us, when some of us talk, you will tempted to say, okay, they think this person know what the problem is all about. But I ask the person, what is the solution? What can we do now? The person will be talking off point. Look at this lady here now. She started with, telling you something. If you start from the beginning, you will feel like, oh, she's on point. She knows what she's saying. At the end of the day, she's pushing her. She's just giving everything to governor to be the savior. From what she said, though, you can see that she have the idea of she have some ideas of what is going on, but to provide solution to that is where the problem comes. Sometimes they know, but they're afraid to say it, because I can tell you, if you like, use TV language. If you like, use any language, Russian language. The solution is disintegration. You may not like it, but the situation at hand have called for that. You may be one of those who don't want to entertain it when people talk about it. But believe you me, you have two choices. One, to support the disintegration of Nigeria, or accept to be Islamized. They have to Islamize you. Once they bring, not only to Islamize you, but they have to bring Sharia law. You have to live under Sharia law. And you may not know what Sharia law means until you ask those who have tested it. Maybe that will make you to understand. But what I'm saying now, I know it may mean nothing to you. Some of you may not even pay attention. You may not even understand. You may not even bother with this guy just they talk nonsense. No problem. Go and ask people Turkey. Go and ask Lebanon. Go and ask Iraq, Iran, Syria. Those countries did not just start with Islam. They put the same narrative, and now that you have chance to do something, you want to pass it to your own children. Your children may not be capable. They may not even have time. They may not be capable enough to tackle it. You see, you today, you're a governor, you're a senator, you have access to power. You can pick your phone and call. You can talk to senator, congressmen in America. You can do something. But to you, it's a waste of time. After all, you are living fine. You can get anywhere. You have multiple entrants. You can go out to America. You can come in. You can go to any country of your choice. You're using American passport. You don't bother. The money is there. Your business is not even based in Nigeria after all. Your children may not have the opportunity to live the kind of life you are living now. In the past, in 1960s, in 1970s, 1960s, even before 60s, people that are in the corridor of power those days, where are their children now? They are nowhere to be found. Bring anybody from Zeke family now to come and contest, even to become a senator, just to make it to Senate House in Nigeria. The person will not win the vote. Bring Awolowo, his children from his own lineage cannot even win governor freely, or even a Senate, cannot even make it to Senate House without washing plates than another politician. Such is life. The opportunity comes but once. If you ignore it, you will regret it. You will regret it. It's not only applicable to Fulani. Today, you have chance to broadcast, to add your voice, to call it what it is, to tell people what you think, what you know. This one, you are so knowledgeable. You can speak good English, you can write, but you don't want to say anything. You just fold hand, waiting for. After all, it's not only you. How sure are you that the next victim in next generation may not be your family? We are now hearing that some people's houses are being set ablaze. Some they even bomb the people together with the building. Some they use truck, run over them. How shall you that it's not going to be your family in the next generation? Today you are flying everywhere. The next victim is who? And the next victim will be who? You think it's only poor people? No. You are rich today. Next option may not be rich. It may happen in your lifetime. It may not happen in your lifetime. But whether you are alive or dead, you will feel the consequences. That is all the fact. That's why it's always good for you to do. Nobody is saying nobody should practice Islam. I'm not against any religion. I'm not against any religion. But this one is different from I don't want anybody practicing another religion apart from my religion. It is different from I want you to change your religion by fire by force. And if you don't accept it, I will buy you. The famous video of Femi Adesina, who once said that your life or your land. Your life or your land. Did anybody question that statement? He made it on a live broadcast. And on a national TV, not even a broadcast. He said it. That it's better to give your land than to pay with your life. As if listen, even if you give your land to them, that's not enough. You must convert. And after converting, you don't end there. You must be radicalized. Yes, because they will start sending your children to go and bomb somewhere. So the journey is not just about giving your land, though. It's not about you converting. Because the moment you convert, according to their own history book, you remain an infidel. Sacrificial lamb. So if you think that let me just give it to you, then that will end, is a lie. It is not going to end. Anytime they want to fasten with belt, it will come from your people. Yes, they will use your lineage to do that. Even though they claim there's a 70 or 7 virgin, somewhere in another place. None of them want to go and meet those virgins. They don't want to go and meet the virgins. They will send you to go and do that. A story of a Yoruba guy that flew from Nigeria to Amsterdam, trying to scatter somewhere. That is what this Benue guy was talking about Shegumi. That during the time of Jonathan, Shegumi was detained in Saudi Arabia. Why? Because during the interrogation, that guy Johnny, they trace it to also Shegumi. Shegumi is not just an ordinary person. He's grounded and rooted in what is playing out in this global problem. A few days ago, he cried out that 72 virgin, okay. A few days ago, he cried out that he has been mapped out by American, intelligence and all that. They want to eliminate him. His case did not start today. Shigumi knew what he did in the past, but the problem is that he thought that won't have stopped. That was why he tried to go back to Saudi. Years ago, they deported him. You remember? When that news broke out, I did not even know the reason why they deported him. I thought it is because of his recent activities. Later did I know that the man had been detained, I think, for 6 months. Jonathan intervened on his behalf, a Christian president, to release somebody like that, to repatriate him back to Nigeria. When he arrived back to Nigeria, did Jonathan detain him or jail him? No. They just did a spread the call. Yeah, welcome back. Sorry, story shake. He said, okay, all right. Years later, the man started from where he stopped. He waited until Jonathan disappeared. During the time of Buhari, he realized that my mission has not been accomplished. He picked up his bag again and started from where he stopped. Now they have grown wing. So the problem now is nobody in Nigeria can stop it. That is why he's coming out publicly, giving you warning that you should not try it. No, Nigerian should not try it, because he is speaking from Oracle himself. Shegumi, a man that had been detained, that people suspect, not even Nigerian, foreign countries suspect him to be one of these Ndobonigwe. His son is serving in Nigerian army today. So you think he don't gather, he has his own intelligence everywhere. He has his own guys, both in government and outside the government. How did he manage to know that they're planning a discussion on how to catch up with him? How did he know if he don't have ears, different places? But people will still downplay it. People will still downplay it. The media, everything in Nigeria, everything in Nigerian government today is not designed to save anybody. It's not designed to save. Imagine the media suppressing some awareness that people should be aware of to safeguard their life. Funny enough, those people in charge of media are not even Muslims. They are not even, Fulanis. The question is, what happened? What is that motivating them to go out and keep on hiding the truth for people not to know anything and become a victim at the end of the day? Some of us know that Yoruba people are in charge of Nigerian media, right? Despite they're in charge, look at their land. Are they talking about it? No.
It's government restriction. Government restricted them so super serious. Yes, it's government restriction.
But their brother is in the government. You understand? Their brother is in the government. Government.
Yeah, but it's not doing well. It's not doing well. That's why they are in the government, and then the restriction is going to help to cover the iniquity that their brother is doing.
Okay. See? And they are paying, and they are paying for that, isn't it?
Everybody's paying for that. Yes, including them.
So, do you think Westerners will do that kind of thing?
No, hell no.
They will even sacrifice their license.
Oh yeah.
Just to protest. That's Westerner for you. They will sacrifice. Yes. They will sacrifice their license.
They will say that and resign. They will resign instead of them not to say that as it is. They will resign.
But black people, it's not, and that's why the same thing is what we're actually witnessing now in the USB government. Somehow, people will, instead of you to resign honorably and go home and do other things, you still want to raise dust to confuse other people that have something to offer. You're a journalist, you are working in the media, and you know the truth. You are filtering everything to tell what I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me at all. It's an insult. Anyway, you want to say something about it?
Yes, that's why Mazen Namdekalo said black people are cops. There's a reason for that. Don't joke with any word that comes from Mazen Namdekalo.
I'm telling you.
What is happening in USB will show you somebody, you're not doing well, maybe your time, you're not performing to what we want to now, and then you are asked to resign or you resign. You sort of feel to quietly resign and go sit down. You turn to a beach. You turn to a witchcraft. You turn to something else. Fighting the government is that's like Adetro Ramno was saying, when I listened to who was that? Oh, the Humble Lion, where Adetro Ramno was saying, because that he has people there. He has people there, that he's in every defense meeting that she conducted. She was there. She has people there who was giving her information. That's why she's not going to say anything until she's waiting for her in that court. What is she scared of? Do you understand? You are in the government where you are, that they discuss government issues. If it's where this and that's you're a threat and you can be arrested for doing that. Huh? You cannot do that. and you're in the media, maybe you're not getting information like you should. It's not a reason to turn against the government. No, it's limited. They want it to be limited. Why not have it limited like that? And make a research for other things that you can use to, to grow your media. Why are you so angry for nothing? Eh? Black people, oh man.
It's very, 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 very sad. Issue of why he's such a own is just like when you want to help somebody that don't deserve that help, this is what you will receive. Exactly, because her own is just it's just a normal mistake, just a mistake. Because everything that made her what she thinks she is, what made her what she thinks she is our people, and we definitely did that out of love. But she said to pay back with hate, and she have not been in an organization like USB government or Brigade in her life. She have never been in any group like that. So getting to that level and receiving the kind of love that Biafran showered on her, the thing just, the thing entered her brain. She felt like she's all in all. Without me, without me, you guys are nothing. She allowed herself to work as an agent. So they use her a lot. They use her a lot.
They use her a lot. And the traces of this her behavior was shown during PM time. I don't know why. There are so many things that came on back that, that the signs were there. But PM accommodated those, and right now he's not there and is spoiling a lot of stuff. Because in one of the occasions where she was crying, asking PM said she's a saboteur and she was crying, she said, allow me to do what I am called to. Allow me to handle these people that's near where called. That, yes, she mentioned that. I'm happy that Uncle Lion replayed that, and I listened to it and I got that part. That's why sometimes repetition of things, sometimes you fall back to history and you pick something that you didn't even get at that point. I didn't know that she mentioned that she's a common when Simon was still around. That's a big sign there.
She has been saying that. She has been saying that. She has been saying that, thinking that you wake up means that you are actually for good. That is a good thing.
No, snake is a sneaky human being. Sneaky. The wisest word. Why did they use snake in the Bible?
Exactly.
Why? It's to show you how wise a snake can be, how sneaky a snake can be.
But you see where she is today. She's regretting everything. She's regretting that.
She is, and it's you people that make her kept her very, very uncomfortable. Very, very uncomfortable. She is very, very uncomfortable.
She should be, because there's no need. There's no. How do they even say that? There's no. I think that is the Bible quotation. No chance for
there's
wicked.
No room for the wicked. Yeah, there's no room for the wicked.
There's no room for the wicked. She's a very wicked human being. Anyway, but do you think there's any other option for our people apart from disintegration?
I don't think so. I think the best solution, that's the quickest and the easiest, is to dissolve Nigeria. Let's go back to what we used to be. Different people live their way, because it's going to favor everybody. Do you understand? Yeah. If you're living a nomadic type of life, now you're free to live that nomadic type of life with
And
nobody
enjoy it.
bothering you and enjoy it. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And then if you are living educated and civilized and a Christian part of life, then you live it and enjoy it. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And then nomadic will not be bothering civilized. Civilized will not be bothering. I mean, we will not be in this fight at all. At all, we will not be in this fight.
You will grow in your own space.
You go in your own space. Then we'll become, neighbors. If you people are lacking something, then you can use the visa, come in, take it, and go back. Live in your own space. There is no point, like we now in abroad now. Imagine how you're going to live this nomadic life? How do they think that I'm going to live this nomadic kind of a life? How do they think I'm going to cover my head, my eyes, my nose, my everywhere? How possible it is? Sometimes I imagine myself and I can't, I don't know. So
they may cook up a story that there's something missing and that thing is being found in your bag and therefore they will give you short leave. You know what I mean by short leave?
Yeah, they will do that. So the best solution is to disintegrate Nigeria completely. Once they do that, then everybody will have their peace. They can practice as much Sharia as they want to, enjoy it. Then if you don't practice Sharia and you go there, you're your own. Exactly. It's like our people that travels to Saudi Arabia. When they go to Saudi Arabia, I see them, they cover their head. They don't cover it like the real thing, but they cover their hair. It's like when you travel to Dubai, there are some places that make you cover your hair. Do you understand? Because you find them to go, that this is Islamic country. And then you travel there.
You already know everything about it.
Yes. So you have to prepare yourself for that. Yeah. There is they didn't force you to come. It was your choice. So that's what we're asking. The European countries, the most help that they will help now, everybody, is to disintegrate Nigeria. Once they've done that, because if Trump has only 4 years. If Trump retired tomorrow or finish his tenure tomorrow, who is the next person? They will go carry another democratic person, go put there. Even Ebe na Ebe. Do you understand what I mean? Yes, it will be worse. It will be disastrous. So that's why, because if they disintegrate this now we have our government already. We start building up with our allies immediately. So within 3 years, we must have secured our place. People start minding their business. Then that's a permanent solution that Trump and all these people can give to Nigeria, is to disintegrate Nigeria completely. My brother.
God forbid. I cannot just imagine how our land will be. Honestly, I cannot just imagine that. But everything is in our hands. We have to do something. And the only way is to let our brothers and sisters that are still sleeping to wake up.
Yes, and that's why Dr. Ngozi Orebeze is diplomatically, putting full force in the diplomatic aspect of this struggle to take advantage of this happening right now. It looks like, some areas that she can't do it all. She can't do it all. So that's why we have. She's trying. Yes, that's why we have all this cabinet that work with her in different to push. This is an opportunity. We have our government already. Once that recognition in one country come now, will move. And this will come to an end. They can terrorize themselves wherever, where in their Nigerian. We're not telling them not to answer Nigeria. They can answer Nigeria.
It's up to
That's
them.
okay for them. Yeah, it's up to them. They can keep it Nigeria, whatever they want to do.
Anyway,
It's so,
no problem.
so this, I sometimes I say, God, why do I come close to this kind of human beings?
No, you are not alone. I do ask such questions. I do ask such questions also, because it is so confusing. But God will help us. It's so confusing. Let us hear what is our brother said here about Igbo Muslim.
By the Muslim Ummah in Nigeria. Yes. So after many investigations and
Hold
after,
on.
finally, I have been able to unbox the propaganda by the Muslim Ummah in Nigeria. Yes. So after many investigations and after many analysis and research, I have been able to find out the reason why the Muslim Ummah have been so obsessed in telling the whole world that Igbo people are converting to Islam or that Igbo people are embracing Islam. Now, they have been telling the whole world that Igbo Muslims are being marginalized and being threatened in Igbo land to create an equilibrium with the fact that Christians are being killed up north. Last year, the world got to find out about the marginalization and about the killings of Christians in Northwest and Northeast. So now the Muslim Ummah wanted to create an equilibrium or to create a balance by letting the whole world know that the Muslims in Igbo land are being persecuted and are being threatened by their faith. But that's not true. The Igbo man has never been known to carry out or to participate in religious conflicts. We are not that type of people. We are not people that fight for our God. Our religion forbids it. Our tradition and culture also forbids fighting for a supreme being. In the history of Nigeria, there has never been a time where any Igbo participated in a religious conflict. Then why should we do so now? I'm not denying the fact that there are no Muslims in Igbo land. But the Muslims in Igbo land are from neighboring states, Benin and Kogi states, and some other neighboring states. But what I have been saying in my previous videos is that Islam and Igbo culture are not compatible.
At all.
Yes. And I've been saying that Igbo are not actually embracing Islam in large quantity or in large number as the Muslim Ummah have been propagating these few months. So a fact has been established, and a fact that the whole world should know. We are not against Islam, or we are not against Muslims living in Igbo land. What we are saying is that the lies and propaganda that Igbo people are converted to Islam doesn't hold a foothold. And the lies that Igbo culture can work with Islam has always been debunked and will continuously be debunked. So we are not threatening Muslims in Igbo land. We are not persecuting Muslims in Igbo land. All we are saying is that Islam and Igbo culture are not compatible, and that Igbo people are not converting to Islam in large number.
Okay. Now, this post, somebody made a post and said, the Christian Igbo hates anything Islam and Muslim until it involves money. Then they draw a line. They draw a line below is, I don't know what it means. Then they draw a line below is Ebelechuku Akpabuonu, but because of money, changed her name to Sawa Edi Nasa. Okay, confirmed Igbo girl born in Onitsha, Anambra State. She attended Ado Girls Secondary School, Onitsha. Won the Nigerian School Sports title in 2013. So now she has changed her name according to this guy. I don't know if that is true, because I can see what flag is this? Let me see. Is she representing? I don't think she's representing Nigeria. He said that this girl is an Igbo girl, but she changed her name, everything, to Muslim because there's money involved. I don't know detail about this. I don't want to say what I don't know. I don't know how true is this. I don't know. I don't know about it. Now this idea, this one says, if any Igbo, because the same idiots that hide and claim what all manner of nonsense. I don't need to read this garbage. Let me move on to another thing. Here, another Muslim, Fulani said, They said there is no more Islam in Igbo land, yet here we are, from Catholicism to Islam. And the Igbo sister expressed gratitude and joy after meeting Igbo Muslim elders at the Igbo Muslim National Summit in Enugu. Islam has a place in every land. Keep on deceiving yourself. I have shown us this video in the past. Or is it a different one? Let me see. I don't know about the copyright. Let me see. Let me try again. Okay. Let me move on. This is just
see, Kai, see, when they're talking about Muslim, Igbo people are not against Muslim, the religion Muslim. No.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's the radical part of faith is where we have a problem. It's where we have a problem. If you're a Muslim and you're following the law, that's why this United States of Biafra need to come to the. If you're following the law of it's like US here. There are a lot of Muslims here in US. Do you understand? There are Bundus, there are Hindus. There is no religion that you will not find in US, but you cannot go against the law and constitution of the land. It doesn't matter your religion. The constitution of the land rules everybody.
Everything, yeah.
Everything. So if you are this and you're this and you're causing problem, you face the law. You face the consequences of it. Period. If you want to, it's like what happened in Ghana, recently. They're asked to find a place, put their cow, not to let it roam around. Some of them left their cow roam around. They called the animals and they come and pick all of them and kill all of them, and they were crying. Tomorrow, are they gonna go do it? No. If the law said this and you go against it, you face the consequences, period. Yeah. The problem they have in Nigeria is they do not face the consequences because the British handed Nigeria over to them.
Over to them.
To the foolish people that they know that they can manipulate. That's just the problem. That is just the problem. If everything works out like we plan now, Constitution, bam, religion, no religion. You must have to follow Constitution. If you go against the Constitution of the land, you answer the consequences, period. So this one's now that, I don't know who paid them. The president have a trailer of money that they share around. And their Muslim brothers and sisters are trying to, say things that everybody, even a blind man knows that it's whatever that is happening now. That's what all this propaganda. How many people they think that is listening to all this, their garbage? We don't have time for that. We don't have time for that at all. If you go calculate the census in Igbo land, you will know that this is a Christian country. There's no two ways about it. We don't say there is no Muslim people. No. But go with the Constitution. Go with the Constitution of the land, period. Anybody that brings the radicalization to that country faces the consequences. That's what happened in Europe, in European world. If you commit terrorist act, you answer for it. So all this Muslim, Christian, this, that, it's not going to help issue. It's going to be too late. Muslim, Igbo, Muslim, that doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. They're just talking like, say, the people they are talking to their kids, white people that even know Nigeria better than themselves, so they are self.
All this nonsense is just that, the Nigerian pattern they're using in Nigeria is deadly because they have conquered the government. That's why the Nigerian government is the only solution is just to divide the country. And to divide, they will not allow you to divide it on you yourself will do something because that's a permanent solution. Even if America begins to bomb everywhere in Nigeria today just to search for them. They are going to calm down. That's just number one. The truth is that they will stop. But guess what? After a while, they will start again.
That's why I said it has to be something permanent, quick. Because after Trump, we don't even know who else is gonna come.
Yeah. And
So
Trump have only 4 years, right?
Yes, it's only 4 years because they already done the 4 years before, and then the Democrat took over, and all this crime are happening in Nigeria. They're just shaking hands with them. They're shaking hands with them. This Democrat in America here.
David said there's no the one they went there to sit it for themselves. Said there's no genocide. I don't know if you're aware of that. One of the congressmen from
Yes. They said nothing is happening there.
He even assured them that Trump is not going to do anything.
My dear, I'm like I used to be, vote for Democrat, but I'm telling you, I am fully converted now to Republican Party. There is no two ways about it. Now I understand. I understand fully now whom Republican Party are, that party, and now I know what Democrat means. I understand the party right now. And now I have made my choice.
Anything Democrat is evil.
I'm telling you, it is. It is. So they see my vote. Yes, everything bad they do. They won't see my vote anymore. My vote is out of their pocket now. I'm now fully a Republican. If they're hearing my voice, let them know that through the actions of Trump, that I live in Round Rock, Texas, US. I am fully converted as a Republican.
Thank God.
I'm telling you.
That's a good thing.
Now I understand it fully what it means.
Can explain. He has explained it to minimum level, like what these two parties can offer you and what they stand for, and everything he said truly. That's what is playing out now. That's what is playing out now.
I used to. I didn't hear when Mazen and Tukalo talked about it, but I was wondering why Simon talks about Republican Party. Simon was talking about it, but I'm not seeing it very well. And then Dr. Nkoso Rabeza also talking about Republic. I wasn't seeing until Real Biafra TV?
Yeah.
In talking about the history, how US got their recognition, that is what converted me. I came to know the difference. I'm telling you, that guy doesn't know that is doing good job. Now I came to understand why these are Republican and why these are Democrat and why they say far left and far right.
Yeah.
It's from what he's teaching that I learned. I now know that, oh, is that why they're calling these people far right and then far? Okay, these are people that really fought for the freedom of what we're enjoying today.
Democrat is just a kind of, anywhere you have negative, you must have positive. You understand? They are just positive version of Republican. They will be robbing you, stealing things from you, looting something from you that belong to you, pretending they are helping you. No, they are worst. Anyway, this person said, "How is American Christians country? How is America a Christian country? Who made America a Christian country? I will never attack anybody because of religion." Siblings.
We are 9 siblings. I'm the only Muslim.
and I love them. I'm their leader. I'm the head of their family. Even in my house, I have
This man, let America know, this man is a guru, Gumi of South. This man.
Yeah. Not
He's
the entire
Gumi.
southern part of Nigeria.
In
He was in
the entire South, and he has those squad. That's part of the squad that he uses to work with APC. Most of them are also these terrorist Fulanis that they gave them.
You see this guy, you see Asari. Asari is something like Gumi version of southern part of Nigeria. You understand? Asari, a man. Don't worry. I don't know if the platform will allow me to play this video where he was insulting Igbo people. Just let me see. Maybe I will try my best.
Or the one that he said that Igbo people are slavery, that his father, we are killing them, blah, 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 blah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Is that only that one? No. There's a one that he even brought out his Ewe.
That's the one I'm talking about.
Yes. Yes. This is Gumi of South. This man. The America, if they are picking up Gumi, they shouldn't leave this man.
No, Asari need to be involved.
He need to be involved because if you remember when he was naming places that his mayor has gone to, even this north, he named all of them in his video from his mouth.
But now I wanted to hear what he said recently, so that after this we will play that one where I think that video in that video he talked about Igbo people. I've forgotten what he said there, but I think we need to play it to remember, just to refresh our memory on that. Hear what he said.
And I've never attacked anybody because of religion. My siblings, we are 9 siblings. I'm the only Muslim, and I love them. I'm their leader. I'm the head of their family. Even in my house, I have 2 Christian wives. So why would I be involved in fighting religion? In the kingdom I reign over, Muslims are not up to 1%. 99% of the people are not Muslims, and we live amicably well. I have never attacked anybody based on religion. I've been attacked severally based on religion. And the people who are attacking me know that if I also unleash what I have on them, they will not survive a second. And when they talk, I don't say they're ignorant. They just assume that whatever they say must be accepted, that America is a Christian country. How is America a Christian country? Who made America a Christian country? America is for white. How? You're an immigrant from Ireland, you're an immigrant from Germany, and you're telling an immigrant from Pakistan or Somalia that he came to your country. Which country are you talking about? Are you talking of Germany? Are you talking of Somalia? Are you talking of England? Are you talking of Ireland?
Ignorant.
It is time Muslims must stand up for their
rights. Look at what this man is saying.
All over the world. It is now time we should tell these people, enough is enough. We will not accept to be criminalized, and never will we be. And no matter what it is, even with our life, we will stand. Like we said, let us see the end of this madness in Nigeria. At that time, you will read the result. I pray that I'll be alive to see you read the result of this team you're inviting to Nigeria. I pray that inshallah I'll be alive so that I can see this result. At all points in history, you people start this madness and you empower the North. You empower the Northern Muslims. You have started this madness again and you end up empowering them. Muslims, Nakomio, MSS, Muslim League of Nigeria, Islamic League of Nigeria, Cherry Guard.
Okay.
Jamaatul Nasr Islam, Southeast South Muslim Organization, Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs. This is the time to rally Muslims in this country. We have every right to defend our rights as a people. We cannot go on our knees. We will never go on our knees. We stand up against these people and we will surely, inshallah, overcome them.
And he don't want to stand up against killing of people, but he wants to stand up against people responding to what his people are doing. That is answer the above for you. Now, he said this in the past because he claimed that we cannot be criminalized, as if somebody is opposing or linking him up to what he's not. This is what he said in the past. Just a moment. I don't know why the video is not coming up.
You don't know that people own this Calabari?
Let's start from the beginning.
To write. You don't have respect for the people who bought your father.
No, start from the beginning.
You don't have respect for the people who bought your father. You take your leprosy hand to write. You don't have respect for the people who bought your father. Is it every Calabar man that is a Calabar man? Do you know your roots? That you talk to me. You don't know that people own this Calabar?
Akumiro, I see you.
You are law abiding. Igbos, I don't know them. I don't know where they come from. Because
Petra, I greet you. I think, sorry about it. Let me take it back again because the noise, I believe you will not understand what he said here.
That is a Calabar man. Do you know your roots? That you talk to me. You don't know that people own this Calabar? You are law abiding. Igbos, I don't know them. I don't know where they come from. Because I know that if not for British intervention, I would still be selling them. The way my father sold them. Now look at you people in Igbo land. Look at how you are dying. Woto. You are talking. You will do video to sell that Elijah has run away. You don't see me? I don't run. Hey! Leave me alone. You don't see me?
Let me see, because the owner of the platform will not be happy if I show this. Just a moment. Okay, let's continue. That is answer for you. The man of peace, who never threatened anybody. He never fought anybody. So, Ike Guga. Madam Ojuga, are you there?
I am, my brother. This myself makes me angry. Like, you know, I don't know why God allow people like this to cause havoc, you know, and pretty much go free with it. Because this guy has really, this thing that you heard him saying, you know, that people are dying. That was what happened during Christmas time last 2004? Yes.
Yeah, 2004.
That's what he's talking about. That's what he's talking about. What him and his men did. They say Alhaji has run away.
That was when Ogekere said they should pipe low, right?
Yes. What he's referring now that we say Alhaji has run away was you know the first time they came, the PM dealt with them so seriously. Yes, and they ran. So now after the PM, was taken away, him and his men landed. And that's why he's talking about Wuto, because they massacred a lot of people in our place. Him.
And Ogenkere helped them to do that. Ogenkere helped them to do that. And he's here trying to play victim. He said that there's no genocide, that Igbos are the one committing genocide against Igbo Muslims. Then I've told them, can you present Igwe of the village where those who are Muslims come from? You will not do that. Maybe you will bribe one or two persons to come and claim that they are Igbo of the village, but mention the name of the village as well, so that people will know and verify it. Liars. Anyway, let's continue.
Pass a message. We can come in. We can do what we need to do. And there are some hardliners in this government that are sponsoring this kind of narratives. They just want to show that they can Islamize this country. They think about Taliban. They think about the Mujahideen, and they want to replicate it in this country. And they don't care what happened. Do what we need to do. And there are some hardliners in this government that are sponsoring this kind of narratives. They just want to show that they can Islamize this country. They think about Taliban. They think about the Mujahideens, and they want to replicate it in this country. And they don't care what happened. They simply don't care. As long as at the end of the day, there's Sharia, and there is whatever thing they have in their head, and they want to achieve. So these people that are sending messages are sponsored by Nigerians. You remember this Boko Haram issue started since 2012. Yeah. And I was in the military intelligence that time. We arrested those people. It is my organization that actually conducts interrogation and interview. And they mention names. I mean, I can't come on air and start mentioning names of people that are presently in government now that I know. Presently in government. That the boys that we arrested mentioned. Some of them are governors now. Some of them are in the Senate. Some of them are in Aso Rock. The intention is to Islamize Nigeria and practice Sharia. And it doesn't matter if some people die. It doesn't matter if you're embarrassed. It doesn't matter if our economy has degenerated. Look at the interest rate. Look at the inflation rate. Look at the debt profile of Nigeria. They don't care. As long as at the end, the Quran is at the sea. So some people in this country have this mindset. And we must tell the truth. If you tell the truth, you die. If you don't tell it, you die. Some people have this mindset to Islamize the nation. And they are in the government. And people know them. The DSS know them. The NIA know them. The DIA knows them. You can't succeed without an inside person.
Kunle, this man have every information, but nobody wants to utilize it. They all pretended that he's talking to himself. Because the agenda is very, very, very clear. Very, very, very clear. I think we are going to wind down any moment from now. We're going to wind down any moment. This is 2 hours, so we have to utilize this time very, very well. I'm trying to share a few things before we end. I've tried for today. Tomorrow is another day. Let me come up with this.
Quran chapter 23, Allah in Jesus' name. This message is to our Yorubas and the Igbo brothers and sisters. Nobody should deceive you that we serve the same God with Muslims. Nobody should deceive you. We have so many verses in the Quran that shows that Allah is not God. Nobody should deceive you. Don't go and sell your life for Satan simply is to our Yorubas and the Igbo brothers and sisters. Nobody should deceive you that we serve the same God with Muslims. Nobody should deceive you. We have so many
Chief, I greet you.
that shows that Allah is not God. Nobody should deceive you. Don't go and sell your life for Satan simply because of the things of the world. Quran chapter 3 verse 54 says, best of all deceivers. Quran says, Allah himself, there's no God anywhere than Allah in Kaaba. Quran 27 verse 26 says Allah is not God. Quran 37 verse 125, Allah is not God. Quran chapter 23, Allah is not God. Quran chapter 2 verse 164, Allah is not God. Quran chapter 2 verse 256, Allah is not God. Quran chapter 3 verse 3, it shows that Allah is not God. So nobody should deceive me that we serve the same God. No, we are not serving the same God. These are places in the Quran. In fact, there are more than 50 places, verses in the Quran that shows that Allah is not God. Nobody should deceive you.
And somebody want to run to that Allah by fire, by force, and forcing it on people by fire, by force. Who does that? Anyway, Madam Origina, I think, do you have anything to say, or shall I just...
My brother, just conclude, 2026 just started, and we will see the end of it by the special grace of God. We pray that before the end of Donald Trump time in office, that they will help us to find a permanent solution for that country called Nigeria.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. God bless you, man. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining me. And I have to appreciate all of you that joined us tonight. Those of you on the comment section, those of you that like, shared, and subscribe, or all everything just to support us, I really appreciate you. Thank you. I'll see you again tomorrow. Chibweze, I see you. You are the person that messaged us your comment. I can see your comment here. And Amadi Chigoze, thank you. Franco Konkwo, I don't know if you are still here. All of you on the comment section, I really appreciate. Akumirio Yi, brother. So you are awake. You are awake at this time. You are here at this time. I thought you're maybe. I was thinking that you are somehow in Bongo. Okay. Good morning, Mr. Kai and Petra. I see you, Petra. We're gonna continue tomorrow. I'm ready to go. Thank you so much. I'm strong. I'm Amnoyi. I'm Okoje. I'm Onabago. Chinex, Chinechuku. Greeting to you, Chinex. Greeting to you.
Problem.
See you tomorrow.
Muslims living with Shintos. Problem. Muslims living with Buddhists. Problem. Muslims living with Christians. Problem. Muslims living with Muslims. Very big problem. So this led to, they're not happy in Gaza. They're not happy in Egypt. They're not happy in Libya. They're not happy in Iran. They're not happy in Iraq. They're not happy in Yemen. They're not happy in Pakistan. They're not happy in Syria. They're not happy in Lebanon. They're not happy in Nigeria. They're not happy in Kenya. They're not happy in Sudan. They're not happy in Morocco. And they're not happy in Afghanistan. So where are they happy? They're happy in Australia. They're happy in Belgium. They're happy in France. They're happy in Holland. They're happy in Italy. They're happy in Germany. They're happy in Spain. They're happy in Sweden. They're happy in Denmark. They're happy in the USA and Canada. They're happy in Norway and India. They're very happy in England. Loads of welfare benefits. They're happy in almost every country that is not Islamic. And who do they blame? Not Islam. Not their leadership. Not themselves. They blame the countries they are happy in. And they want to change the countries they're happy in to be like the countries they came from, where
opportunities are out there for them. They can be rehabilitated and be accepted in the community. Opportunities are out there for them. They can be rehabilitated. An ex-Boko Haram stands having laid his arms and comes back, turns his way away from his negativity. He stands to be a president of this country. He stands to aspire to any position in this country. Why is he wasting his time when he cannot even deliver? We will do that. But we have appealed to them, including their detractors, their collaborators, to see reason to, as fast as possible, quickly drop their arms so that we can once.
You know, Turkey's interest in this whole thing. Of course, you know, the Nigerian situation, what the Islamists want to take to convert Nigeria to is exactly what happened in Turkey, you know, centuries back. Because Turkey was overwhelmingly a Christian country. It was then Anatolia, known as Anatolia, with its capital as in Constantinople, which is today Istanbul. And they keep hitting the Christians there, just like these Islamists, these jihadists, these Fulani terrorists keep hitting the Christian communities, destroying them, killing and taking over. That was the story of Turkey. That was the story of Turkey. And up to this moment, one of the most beautiful churches in the world, which was in Turkey, Hagia Sophia, you know, has been converted to mosque. But of course, the mosaic of Jesus and Mary are still on the wall there, and during prayers they do cover it, you know. So that is a country that has been providing refuge to some of these renowned terrorist enablers. Of course, they are providing refuge to Hamas, we know that. And now Sheikh Gumi has escaped to that after inciting Nigerians so much, after inciting the very vulnerable Muslims, and going around the media houses in Nigeria and twisting the narrative, you know, telling the narrative of an attack on Nigeria by the United States. United States did not say she's coming to attack Nigeria. United States said they are coming to attack the terrorists that have been killing Christians and, of course, moderate Muslims. Because what is happening in Nigeria, in the northwest of Nigeria particularly, is the killing of moderate Muslims, the Hausas, not Fulanis. So the Hausas have been persecuted, but most especially the Hausa Christians. There are a lot of them there. A lot of Nigerians do not know that there are Hausa Christians in Katsina, in Sokoto, in Kano. They've been persecuted for so long. And then the moderate Muslims, who are mostly the Hausas. So Sheikh Gumi has escaped. This is a guy who was radicalized and given the wrong indoctrination in Sudan. Just be afraid of any Nigerian who studied in Sudan. I'm telling you, just like Lamido Sanusi, as brilliant as he was, he's a radical too. That's the truth. He has the antecedents. He spearheaded the beheading of someone in the 90s, a certain Muslim, for blasphemy in Kano. So all those guys who go to study in Sudan, because Nigerian universities are better than Sudan. So I don't understand why all these guys are going to Sudan. And that is why it was in Sudan that Saudi Arabia arrested him for enabling terrorism, you know. And he was bailed by the government of Jonathan in a diplomatic mission. They had a diplomatic relationship with Saudi Arabia in that regard to enable him, to enable him become free. And for a very long time, he did not go to Saudi Arabia until this year. In March this year, he went to Saudi Arabia and he was deported. He thought that they'd forgotten. So he was deported at the airport in Jeddah. So that is in Saudi Arabia, the headquarters of Muslim. Saying, look, we don't like you, some of you guys with very deep records, who are very deeply involved in terrorism. You remember Osama bin Laden, is Saudi Arabian, nationality, of Saudi Arabian nationality and origin. But they exiled him because of his radical disposition. So those were the mentors of Sheikh Gumi. And the media in Nigeria, which to a very great extent has also been complicit, have been giving him room to talk. And the media deliberately stopped some of us from talking. I have a lot of friends in the media. They told us directly that, look, they censored them. They said they shouldn't give some of us the opportunity. So they like giving people who just somehow, just on the mild side, just say, okay, yeah, we are media as a Christian genocide, and they don't go deep. But for many of us, we know it very deeply. So the media cannot give us the space to articulate this position. But they've given so much to Sheikh Gumi. And the guy has started fleeing. It means that